My heir, Radek, has decided for some reason that he is German. German. We have no German blood. We have Greek, Iberian, and Russian blood. We have Cornish blood, but there's so little German blood in our family. It just proves what I was afraid of the entire time. The boy is a fool, and he cannot rule this realm. Then Joan won't do it. It leaves his brother, Carl, I suppose, who is shy, listless, and has no interest. Is it possible that I have neglected this realm into its doom by not caring closely enough for the heirs when I was still young? I must fix this if I can. Hello and welcome. My name is Hunter, and we are playing CK3, Crusader Kings 3. Today, we are here again with Basileus Ava of Valencia. Our troublesome heir, Radek, thinks he's a Saxon, and I'm pretty sure that that's the last straw. If we remove him to put his brother in his place, his brother is, truth be told, marginally a better candidate than him, but absolutely does not want to be an emperor. I think he felt his whole life that he was going to get away with it. He is not well educated. He is frail. His wife is a low-born foreigner of the wrong religion, and yet somehow he still comes out ahead of his useless Saxon imagining brother. We are just going to do this thing. All of his zealotry, all of his laziness and his arbitrariness, she just does not, I don't think she would just accept this. So I guess it's time to disinherit him. It is going to cause problems. No question about that. He is not a good candidate to be emperor, but what can you do, right? At least he's not as bad as the guy who thinks he's German, right? Since there's zero German blood in our veins, and he's absolutely 100% convinced he's German, so that's a thing. Let's get rid of this. Let's find ourselves he's just not good enough anymore. Let's find ourselves a successor. Let's also restore the fallen accolade as well. We've really come on to hard times. I really can't imagine that it's going to go that well after we're gone. We're reaching the end of an age, and we're reaching the end of an era. We just haven't done a good enough job taking care of our future children, and everything that Bernard Hugh had hoped to do to prevent this, it all came to naught. We are still ultimately going to fall. I think that guy was actually this guy's successor. It's hilarious. It's the decadence of the thing, you know? Ava never really wanted to rule, so she didn't pay enough attention. And her father, he was focused on other things and didn't look to his grandchildren. And now the next generation is, frankly, unsuitable to rule. And it's too late to do anything about it. I think we would spend this time in these last days with our new heir and just try to convince him. Medicinal jar. Yeah, it's good that she has tools that are good for her job. Let's begin with this. He needs to have a divorce, right? We're going to have to prepare him for this. He's going to need to take this extremely seriously, and that's just something that we might have just enough time to help him through. First thing, we're going to go to not Joan. Joan is already satisfied with his position. We're going to make Bermond our co-monarch. Okay. Well, Bermond is sadistic. He is at least diligent and stubborn, and he is more accomplished than his nephew. So hopefully putting him into that position will help to smooth this over. The next thing we're going to do is we're clicking on the wrong things. We need to click on our son, who's dead, his son, the heir, and now we're going to have him get a divorce, and we're going to have him find a proper spouse. Someone good. No, we don't want a ruler. Someone of Iberian heritage. Want them to be an adult, and we're actually going to go some of all skills. We're going to remove lowborn. There's no wait, what? No, we want not lowborn. Good. And then we're going to pick somebody who is within 5 years of his age. No good choices. 10 years of his age, but we will put young first. No, that's not right. So there's this Castilian woman. She has terrible traits. It really is nobody. She's a drunk. Okay. Well, let's just put that back to all. The thing he's really going to need is somebody who's good at diplomacy around his own age. I mean, she might do. Let's do that. And we're going to have to hope that we can make this thing work, because it's going to be rough for this kid. It's going to be so rough. We won't worry about co-monarch succession. He's not going to die while we're in charge. I guess we could make... Yeah, this is fine. I think this is good. There's at least some possibility that we can make a last-minute end-of-life decision to fix the ills of non-attentiveness. Not going to a grand wedding. We're just too old for that. We will continue, though, to invest. We've been so focused on increasing our personal wealth that we've sort of let our family fall into disarray. We became very close to failing the dynasty. All this was taken. It is relatively possible that we will not be able to survive the next generation. Now, he is much younger than his brother, which gives him a few more years before his end. He is a failed diplomat. He likes to party. His education is just bad. He had so much potential and so much given to him, and he just failed it all. But that being said, his uncle should be able to help stabilize the realm, because his uncle, at very least, is a stronger-willed man. Now, to guarantee that his uncle retains some significance, I'm actually going to grant him, effectively, stewardship of Constantinople. Armand, you're going to have to assist whoever it is that becomes emperor. I know it's a great burden to ask of you. I wish you'd come to me for help sooner, Mother. You know, go on, you know, I am more inclined towards rulership than my elder brother ever was, and both of his sons are foolish. Yes, and that is why I have made you co-emperor. You will guide the empire into the future, and it is why I am going to put the city of Constantinople into your hands. Yes. But your plan? I do not think it is a good one. What? What do you mean? Putting me as co-ruler with either of my poor dead brother's buffoon sons? It would be better if I just ruled. And I think the vassals will, and already do agree. Doing that, I think, should help with legitimacy, and I think it'll also be a good gesture to the formerly Greek vassals, you know? Putting the co-emperor into Constantinople. For the good of the future of our realm, I think establishing a co-monarchy with Constantinople as the seat of power for the second half of that co-monarchy is good. Co-empires, I should say. It's not really about monarchy. Just repair all this stuff. That will give him some aid. I think we also need to find an educator. So let's go... I don't care either way about his false conversion. It's like the literal least important thing to me in the world. So let's look for adult female unmarried. She has returned to my court, has she? I need you to marry somebody who'll be a good educator for the upcoming children. I can't be too old. 40s would be fine. I mean, younger would be preferable. Truth be told, you could probably do it yourself. He would bring... he's too cruel, though. Okay. We're looking for somebody... I mean, this guy probably, right? He's a historical character who I'm pretty sure is the guy I said I don't care about too. So let's do that. We're just setting up for the future, right? I'm hoping he'll be a good court tutor candidate. He is excellent. Now we need a seneschal. An average one will be fine. An antiquarian. The co-monarch can do it. A wet nurse, we'll figure that out later. Master of the horse. Gonna have Joan do it. Master of the hunt. Gonna have the despot of Nicaea do it. Oh, I forgot that the Barcelona family was still in charge in Badoy. Yeah, I forgot that the king of Basileus is the Barcelona family still. Personal champion, court brewmaster. Yeah, we could have the Queen of Wallachia do it. That's hilarious. Yeah, we'll just have a regular acclaimed knight do it. Second lady in waiting, royal architect can be the tutor. We have a court musician and nobody who's better than average. Bodyguards, my champion. This guy, no court artificers. Okay, so the court positions are restored. Oh, poor Ava has not done that well. I mean, she's done her best, and she did stabilize the realm. That's true. And it is stronger than it's ever been before, but she did so at the expense of losing all social bonds, of no longer really looking out for her family, and not assuring her family's future, which is tragic, really. Now, work is going to have to be done, and we're going to have to hope that the least of her sons and Carl's can somehow come together to... I always do that. To preserve the family once she's gone, because the Cerneu have reached what I would say is a low point. This might actually be the height of the empire, but the fall of the dynasty. Well, not the dynasty, but the house. Please, Carls, you have to take this seriously. Why? The people won't have me. You've already disinherited my brother, which, personally, I have to agree with. There's no sense in it. This attitude has been your problem your entire life. You've never dedicated yourself to anything. That is both true and pointless to say, as you've never participated in my life, grandmother. You've always just done whatever it is you would do and assumed that my father would care for me, and I suppose I was his responsibility, but my education, all of that. Are you just going to blame your father for your own disaffectiveness? Because I don't want to hear it. He is dead, and you are here. Yes, I am. But wouldn't it be simpler? We both just accepted the truth. I will never be the emperor that this family needs. I don't want it. It's stressful. I just want to be left alone. Oh, this guy is such a diplomat. He's a liar. He's greedy. He's ambitious. So it is the first of the Borgias. We could use him. There's no question about that. We just filled our court positions. I really have nothing for him to do. I mean, I guess he could be the court musician. Freaking hilarious, but it'll keep him from leaving. So this guy, I don't need to save this. Whose cat was this? Some Saxon guy's cat. Hey, you. You want this pelt? I don't want this pelt. I mean, there might have been 2 mittens pelts, and I may have given her the wrong one. Those aren't my actual knights. Supposed to be the first of the pursuit that we brought back. Get me a successor. Thank you. Let's bring the other one back. Can't do that yet. Well, tell me when we can then. Thanks. Feels so strange. But I think we've got this. I think this plan will work. Wait, I'm confused. I have made someone a co-monarch in the past and it didn't make them the heir. I have to acknowledge, this is probably better than just let him go, mother. But he is the son of your elder brother. This is a great empire now. Many of our traditions come from Rome, the light of the West itself. I can be your heir, mother. Forget him. I am more capable than he is. I have children, and he doesn't want it. I know, you feel like you failed, but fighting for this is not a form of success. I am just an old woman. I never wanted to do this. Your brother died. My brother wouldn't have been a good emperor either. Possibly, if he was inclined towards it, Joan could do it, but Joan prefers a party, and he already has a crown. None of the vassals object. None of the bishops object. Carls himself doesn't object. Just allow this to be, mother. Then it will be as you wish. When I am gone, you will no longer be co-emperor. You will be emperor in full. I suppose you're right that it's for the best. I just wish that things had been different. Not me, I'm just gonna die in like 2 minutes. I could have my daughter do it. I think she would be suitable. But I think having her in my court, we could also send her to university. What is your culture? Oh, yours the old style one. The old way. Let's do this. That cost me so much money, but I think it's worth it. I am so confused. I'm gonna retire this accolade. It's not what I wanted. That was the wrong one. So we're a little in debt, but this is interesting. Every time I've done this before, it's been confusing as to whether or not they would inherit. At this time, it appears they are inheriting. Yeah, let's just agree to disagree. It's fine. We have so many problems now. Let's just examine what the situation is, right? If we look at this and we look at our succession, we look at this, we look at the line of succession, we'll look at it over here actually. That's the best way to look at it. So it's placed him in first. That's wild. So we don't have to try to fix this useless boy. Our actually somewhat strong, but not the best son can do it. That was not actually the outcome I was hoping for. It's a better outcome than the one that we had, which I think suits me fine. I feel like he'll be a better heir. He is older, but with him as our heir, I feel like we might actually have a renaissance for the last few years here. We may have avoided tragedy. I was hoping that I could save the second son of my eldest son and have my youngest son be his co-monarch, but my youngest son actually inheriting is probably for the best. It's probably correct, right? Like perfectly fine. His wife is of an acceptable family. It's actually the daughter of the king of the islands, Abid al-Salam, the Sardinian, somehow named. There's too much, okay? Too much has happened. Yes, they have a lot of formerly Muslim Maghreb Christians in their background, which is why his name is Muslim. If I never specifically pulled that out, mentioned that before, it's true. That's what it is. Oh, Okay, so we have a successor now for this, right? Yes, good. Don't really care about demanding a payment. I'm not going on a hunt, I'm too old for that. I would hate to die on the road to a hunt. No, I would rather die in my own warm bed. Are we gonna make it to see the millennia? Not the millennia. The century. The centennial. That's the correct word. Millennia is 1,000 years. Good, development continues. We failed as a matriarch. And it feels like that was always a bit of a reach. But we didn't become a matriarch until relatively late in life, so it's easy to say that the reason we are able to recover now is because of that. Illusion, commission artifact, we don't need any of those things. The sickness isn't even in the Imperial core, so we're not secluding. We're not worried about it. Lines about legacy, all right. And here we are coming to the end. There is little or nothing we can do about this right now. We lost a lot of legitimacy in that disinherit, which could be a problem for our new heir. I feel like he can handle it though. Vermont feels like the right choice. Interestingly, oh, that's why. Because the county of Byzantium is not, where is it? It doesn't have equal succession. And I don't think he's going to jump in here and change that. I think he'd leave it the way it is. So these are the last days of our life. So close to making it to the to the new century, but isn't to be. They can't marry because he's in prison. The thing. Hopefully my granddaughter will take some advantage of my court. Hopefully. Really hopefully. I mean, she is comely. That brings me back to the days when we had a lot of comely going around the kingdom. I mean the family, not the kingdom. There was no kingdom back in those days. We're not looking for this. We're looking for continued control tasks. Are we gonna make it? I don't think so. Living through a whole year after on death's doorstep, that's pretty rare. Ooh, we are seeing another one of these though. Dining to visit. This is the one that really helps with tours, right? Yeah, too bad tours are so expensive at this point. Family recipes for Hunter and Reveler. Interesting. But my nephew has died. His son is now in charge. What did my nephew die of? Right after his father died. That is a quick succession. Need to offer him a guardian. Someone to match his education. I really don't have a lot of people. I could send this knight away. Is he an acclaimed knight? He's not. Really have nobody is the thing. At least nobody I'm willing to give up. Sure, we'll send this knight to him. Go. Look after the boy. Things feel almost like they're coming apart. We spent so much time to send that girl to university. I hope that it turns out well. Stewardship. Two of my personal friends, well, my cousin, the two people I have good relationships with, well, my cousin, I suppose. Now, I don't have that good a relationship with any of the rest of these people. They don't hate me. I have the Castilian do it. I think that's fine. We stopped being sick enough to die. It's actually kind of wild. Like, we are gonna make it. We are literally gonna make it to the new century. We did it. We made it to the new century. And not just put a guy in here? Wow. That guy lasted like literally minutes. I have discovered, okay, now we're not gonna, okay. All right. It's hard for me to believe we're still going. I gotta tell you, I really did not think we would make it this far. We are approaching 80. 80 years old. Gotta tell you, I never would have thought. Never would have thought. I was expecting to die much earlier in this episode. Oh, war declared. Who is this? Pause. He is, technically speaking, actually stronger than us. It's as simple as this. You are a weak ruler, and I will have Tuscany. That is absurd. If you think I may be old, but I am fully capable of managing a war, and my son, your son, yes. I don't know what it was that made you decide that you should pick instead of God who ruled your empire, as you're calling it. Who are you to even question what I do in my realm? You are going to make a fool of yourself. When we remind the world how strong Valencia's army is, it'll be you with your foolish alliance with your former enemy that will remember why peace is preferable to war. We shall see. The only really significant person that we can have join is Ruthenia. Oh, I guess that guy's pretty strong. I don't even really know who he is. How far the family is spread. You, and you. It showed his strength as being twice as strong as it was, but I think that's because it like shows a lot of like potential stuff now. Let's prove we can defend what's ours. That's where nearly all the rest of his power is coming from, that alliance. So to hurt. I think he's gonna make a mistake. Stop and pause, drop speed down. No. stop. Let's do this again. You here, then here. You here, then here. That's what we do. That is how we get this done. Gonna be bad on the first hit, but it's going to quickly go in our direction. And once it does go in our direction, we should be able to get ahead. So one of his knights has been killed. Let's follow him to fight him again, wherever it is that he stops running. Okay, let's go back, attack this army. I think he's going to travel a really long way. Shipyard's constructed. Now, we're not going to be petty about this. I'm not in this to make money off of him. If we do win really quickly, we'll take that. But where is this? There. So let's just head right down. He won't be able to finish the siege before we get there. If he backs off, then if he doesn't back off, he's making a huge mistake. If he does back off, it's not going to make any difference. It's like the definition of a war we didn't want. Take that money from the Duchess. You need a successor, do you? I will find you one, even though that's moving backwards. Okay. We want to head through our own... No. Here, then here, then here. Because then we might be able to pick up... Well, we might be able to maintain troops for a while. This is a really developed area. I don't know if it's developed enough, but it is a really developed area. Oh yeah, it's actually close. And that is the end of me. I was not expecting this to work like this. The last time we did this, thinking that it would do that, we did not succeed. It didn't go the way we wanted it to. What is our education? I mean, we know our education type is like our mother, but we're much, much more likely to actually make use of this education, which I think is important. I would like to immediately make sure that we have all the stuff we should have. Is this the actual best sword? That's like the symbolic sword. That's Uladard's sword. But there's actually Mafre's sword, which I really think will end up being Bermon's sword. Let's see. As for armor, he's wearing the Vardos scale mail. The prize armor is better, and I do think he would value that. Get it nice and shined. And yeah, he is an intrigue education, and he is totally a seducer. He is 100% a seducer. It feels like we've went back in time to the very beginning. All right, well, I guess he stays a seducer. We'll probably move towards skullduggery, though. Make him a schemer. See if we can't actually make use of some of that stuff. There we are. If we look at the succession, of course, our daughter Adriana, whose education we are trying to preserve, is the heir. She is sadistic like her father. That's not great. Blanca can be the wet nurse. The children may still need one. As for an antiquarian, I suppose she can do it. Caravan master, our nephew who almost thought he was going to be king. I think the rest is fine. They're going to win another battle here. The problem is always the same. If the AI depends on allies to beat you, like if you're stronger than them without their allies, it is very difficult for them to beat you because you can split them up and attack them in manageable chunks before their allies can come together. I don't see that we have much interest in this war. Well, I mean, we do have the one interest in war, which is that we like killing. Yeah, we'll go to the crusade. Might be an excuse to further our own personal goals and also, you know, exercise a little bit of state-sponsored violence. Let's see here. We're going to put you in... Oh, so let's start here. Right. So our cousin, the Queen of Helios, our brother, who is old but does like us well enough, could continue doing the job. I mean, calling him old is a little unfair. He's only 5 years older than us. And finally, for Spy Master, the Duke of Mercia, I believe is the choice. That leaves us thinking about you. We don't like you, but we'll send you a gift to manage your expectations. What else do we got in here? Don't need to call in more Dynasty members. Don't care about the boar high right now. I believe it's the first... Oh, all of our accolades have fallen apart. What is this accolade? That's fine. Hey. Oh, frick. Keep doing that. I keep picking the wrong ones. I need to, like, pick the correct ones, right? I need... So many of these aren't the right ones anymore. All of our accolades have collapsed, which means we need to hunt for people to fill them. We can't do that right now. We'll ransom this guy. Okay. Which one are we going to restore? Fine, we've agreed to participate in that. There's a bunch of battles going on. None of the rest of the stuff matters to us. Right. Let's just take a look to see if it's theoretically possible for us to gain the agents we need to make this happen. We need some relatively high agent strength. Just want to see where we can get this to. We can get nearly, well, I mean, we can get pretty much maximum chance, right? Hefty bribe, and then our alibi. Not a lot of people want to be an alibi for us. So we might be able to make this murder work. Every 4 months we get a phase. This is just pure vengeance. Like pure, unadulterated vengeance. Actually, just send your troops home. Who should be in charge? Let's stop here. Let's merge this. Actually, we merge it once we get to where we're going. Yeah, that guy can command it. Do we have anyone better? Get the King of Serbia to do it. It's so much to do all the time. My amicable royal architect Gemidus skills find much praise at court. Even the simple repair works are handled with care and precision, rare to find in Valencia. That's not true. We are grand people. Look how purple he is. Finally got a purple ruler. He has been deep in thought this past week, and at last shares his quandary. My lord, in my work I have noticed ways of streamlining your building projects, but my efforts might be better spent aiding in the expansion of the villages. You are my architect. Yeah, build me grander cities. Who cares about the people? So I could try to white piece this, right? I just don't want to give him the pressed claims. And unlike my mother, I don't feel strongly about getting out of this in the same way. So let's instead start a siege in Pisa. Oh, I sent the wrong sieging army. Whoops, that's fine. Send the cannons to Pisa. Let's show him why he does not go to war with the most powerful army on Earth. We are not the most powerful army on Earth. We just are a powerful, unified empire who has no trouble defeating enemies. Let's see how he feels about coming through here. I'm legitimately not going to bother to chase him. I'm just going to siege my way through because he's going to be too cowardly to try to come at me. He may try to go around, but that doesn't really matter. Decline. No, adventurer. We don't need your help. You might not realize it, but we're way out of your scale. We just get truth is relative. There we go. Let's switch you to here. We could just attack him on the way by now. I mean, we could just go, right? We might catch some. I think we'll catch something if we go here. I do think we win this, even though it was putting it at close. They don't, though. It's not actually going as well as I would have expected it to. Invalidated. So whoever he was taking those claims for must be gone. I'm glad, because we don't have to suffer the embarrassment of that battle not going for us. Who is this guy and what did he do? He's a witch. Oh. Oh. My cousin is a witch. He's lucky he's my friend. He is lucky. Because if he was just some random witch, that'd have been a bit of a problem. But because he's my witch, he is totally getting pardoned. You shall be pardoned, my friend. You shall be pardoned. This Baroness say, oh, she has weird albino children. Someone willing to pay for her? Not. Let's recruit her then. As for this child, you can just go. I don't know about you. And this guy, you can just go. Mental break resentment. Oh yeah, we're so stressed because we let people go without causing problems for them. We should never have done that. We'll have to endure. Do we have any do we have any we don't have anything we really like to do. I think we're gonna hold another grand funeral for our mother. I think we do respect our mother. She put us into our position. We never disliked her. We were never really close to her, but we were still never far away from her either. I think it's perfectly reasonable that we would grieve her passing at least some in spite of our cruelty. We still have our negative 18%, but could hit as far as 95% murder attempt. If it gets caught, we'll stop it as soon as it gets caught. That's just the way it is. But we really want revenge on this guy. I don't know what he was thinking. It was a mistake on his part. He should never have done it. And now we'll just see if that leads to his death. Our daughter is taken care of. She's being educated by our sister. And she's going to university. Hopefully that will make her education not as bad as it might have been otherwise. We also have a wet nurse for our younger son. We will likely have more children with our wife. Of course, we definitely... Why have we surrounded ourselves with women who are not attracted to men? Maybe it's because that gives us the opportunity to reach out. We'll have to think about that next time. With that, I think we're going to end this episode. And hope you join us in the next one, where unexpected Basileus Bermond makes decisions that will lead ultimately to the end of the age. Hopefully, in spite of the fact we waited so long to do it, we will educate our daughter to be a great queen and maybe give her more confidence than her grandmother had. Thank you for watching, and I hope you join us in the next one. Goodbye for now.